feeling that you belong, community. These things are so important, and yet we find such a fractured world. We find people in the most basic of relationships, husband and wife, father and son, mother and daughter, that they seem to fall apart. And why is that? But you see, we're taught today that if you don't do it my way, you're in trouble. I mean, this is the God that they preach in these churches. This is what they teach you. They teach you that, if you don't believe the way we tell you to believe, if you don't do what we tell you to do, if you don't act the way we tell you to act, and you're not part of the club, if you disagree with us just a little bit, if you see things differently, well, then you're not part of the clique. And then you're quickly and quietly disposed of. Jesus is a picture of the truth revealed in man, the truth that we must put others above ourselves, the truth that we must love, that is better to love than to hate, that we must forgive, that is better to forgive than to harbor ill feelings. The man was an example of the way to a true life, to truly live your life, to finally have peace. And religion put that to death. But it's not just religion. You see, it's a picture of society as a whole, because it was also the governing country. It wasn't just religion. It was politics. It was society. It was the world at large. He said, the two greatest things there are is to love. Loving God and loving others as yourself. Forgive and you shall be forgiven. And what does that mean, forgive and you shall be forgiven? Does it mean that when you forgive somebody their trespass, when they've done wrong to you, that you're then forgiven of your trespass? No, what it means is when you forgive someone of something, you're letting it go yourself. Because forgiveness is not what we've been taught. Forgiveness is not telling your child, you did wrong, now go into your room and time out. I forgive you and I love you, it's okay, but now you have to pay the price to make me feel better about myself. I need to punish you. That's not forgiveness. That's condemnation. Forgiveness is saying, son, daughter, you made a mistake, I get it. I forgive you. Don't do it again. You'll live a better life if you don't do it again. Life will be better if you're making things easier for everyone around you. When you forgive someone who hurts you, when someone comes against you, when someone attacks you, and your ego saying, that SOB, you better put them in their place. When you take that, and then you listen to that voice, that lying voice, the father of all lies, when you listen to that voice saying, they're so wrong and I'm so right and they need to bow down they need to, well, I'll forgive you, but they need to make amends. That demand for justice, that demand for punishment, that demand for compensation, that is not forgiveness. That is condemnation, that is judgment, and when you judge, you'll be judged for it. When you think the worst in others, you'll get the worst each and every time. When you think the worst in others, you will get the worst in others each and every time. But when someone wrongs you, and you forgive them, and you let it go, and you realize they know not what they do. And when you realize that what they're doing is they're giving you a great opportunity, they're teaching you a great lesson, that if you let it go, it doesn't matter. And if it doesn't matter, you're at peace. You want to know how to get into a better relationship. You want to know how you can make it work with your wife, with your husband, with your friends, with your co-workers. All you have to do is forgive. Put someone above yourself. I say this and you say yes, but you won't do it. Because it's hard to do it, because that enemy, your ego, is there roaming like a lion, seeking whom it may devour every time. That's why people can say things to you or do things and you're insecure and you'll say they're saying this when they're not saying that at all. And then you'll judge them and attack them and condemn them and start a fight with them over something that wasn't real to begin with, because you just had the wrong perception of such. And how can any of us have real perception if we be blind? And we are blind today. It is better to forgive, to let it go. You see, a fight only lasts as long as it's a fight. And the way to end the fight is to have one party say, truce. Come together, unity. Let it go. You got to look at other people like a garden. And you have to look at it this way. If you want people to treat you a certain way, then you must sow into them the way you want them to treat you in return. You must give to them so you can receive of what you're giving. Sow into other people. Show them how great they are. When they are mean to you and they attack you and they hurt you, tell them that's not who they are. Show them, encourage them, lift them up. And remember that the longer you dwell on their faults, the longer there will be faults to dwell on. The longer you see them as enemies, the longer you will have enemies in this world if you just listen to reason. Jesus said, when someone strikes you on the cheek, offer them the other. If they want your coat, give them your boots and your pants and whatever as well. If someone wrongs you, show them love, unity, kindness, and you'll get it in return. The question is, are there any today that really want it?